I was 7 years old when my father walked out the front door with a suitcase. He did not say goodbye to me. He did not even look back. I watched him from the window of our small apartment. I remember thinking he was just going somewhere for a few days, the way he sometimes did for work. I remember pressing my small hands against the cold glass and waiting for him to turn around and wave. He never turned around. That was 23 years ago, and everything I am today, every single thing in him, was built by the woman he left behind. My name is Lily. I am 30 years old. I am a nurse from Toronto. And I want to tell you the story of the most important person in my life. The woman who gave up everything so I could have something. My mother. Before my father left, I did not understand what our life actually looked like. Children rarely do. You just live inside whatever world your parents create and you assume that is normal. Our apartment was small. Our meals were simple. But my mother always made everything feel like enough. She had this way of turning nothing into something. A pot of rice and vegetables became a feast when she set the table properly and lit a small candle in the middle. I did not know we were struggling. She made sure of that. The day after my father left, I woke up and came to the kitchen expecting breakfast. My mother was already dressed, hair done, back straight. She looked at me and smiled like it was any other morning. She made me eggs, she braided my hair, she walked me to school, and then she went and got a second job. I found this out years later. She never told me at the time. She did not want me to feel the weight of it. She was already working as a cleaner at a hospital during the day. After my father left, she started working evening shifts at a laundromat 3 nights a week. She came home after I was asleep those nights. She woke up before I did every morning. For years, I did not fully understand how little she was sleeping. She never complained, not once, not in front of me. I remember one evening when I was about 9 years old, I found her sitting at the kitchen table after she thought I had gone to bed. She had a pile of bills in front of her and she was crying very quietly. The kind of crying where you are trying not to make any sound. When she heard my footsteps, she wiped her face immediately and turned around and smiled. She asked me if I wanted some warm milk. I said yes. I did not tell her I had seen her crying. I did not know what to say. But I sat with her at that kitchen table and we drank warm milk together at 11 o'clock at night, and she told me about the stars. I think about that moment more than almost any other memory I have. She sacrificed things I did not even know she was sacrificing. She did not buy new clothes for years. I found out as an adult that there were several winters where she wore the same coat with a broken zipper because she could not afford to replace it. She told herself she would get a new one next season. She said that for 4 years. But every September without fail I had new school supplies. Every winter I had a warm coat. Every birthday she made me a cake from scratch because she said store-bought cakes tasted like cardboard and her daughter deserved better. I asked her once, I must have been around 12, why Daddy never called. She was quiet for a moment, and then she said, some people are not ready to be what their children need them to be, and that is about them, not about you. Never about you. She never said a bad word about him. Not one, even when she had every right to. I did not appreciate that when I was young. I understand it completely now. School was everything to my mother. She believed in education the way some people believe in religion, completely and without question. She checked my homework every single night, no matter how tired she was. She sat with me through projects and exams and essays. She went to every parent-teacher meeting even when she had to rearrange her work schedule to do it. My teachers loved her. They used to tell me, your mother is remarkable. I smiled and nodded. I did not yet understand how remarkable she actually was. When I was 17, I got accepted into a nursing program at a good university. It was not close to home. It meant living in residence. It meant fees she did not have. She did not hesitate for a single second. She told me to go. She told me she would figure it out. She took a loan. She picked up extra shifts. She sent me care packages every month with homemade food packed carefully in containers she had wrapped in so much tape they looked like they had survived a natural disaster. I cried every time I opened those packages, not because I was sad, because I finally understood, somewhere around the age of 18, exactly what she had been doing my entire life. She had been choosing me, every single day, over sleep, over comfort, over a new coat, over everything. Over and over and over again, she chose me. I graduated 4 years later. She was in the front row. She was wearing a new dress, the first new piece of clothing I had seen her buy in years. She told me she had been saving for it since I got accepted. When I walked across that stage and found her face in the crowd, she was crying so hard she could barely see me. But she was standing up, and she was clapping louder than anyone in that room. I am a nurse now. I have been for 3 years. I work in the same hospital where my mother used to clean floors at 6 in the morning when I was a little girl asleep at home. Sometimes I walk those same corridors and I think about her pushing that mop down those hallways in the early morning quiet, tired and alone and still somehow showing up. I never found a word big enough for what she did. My father reached out 2 years ago. A message through a relative. He said he had been thinking about me. He said he wanted to reconnect. Sat with that message for a long time. And then I thought about a woman crying quietly over a pile of bills at a kitchen table, and turning around and smiling the moment she heard my footsteps. I thought about a broken zipper on a coat she wore for 4 years. I thought about care packages wrapped in so much tape they looked bulletproof. I thought about the front row of my graduation, and I realized I already have the only parent I have ever needed. I did not reply to his message. I called my mother instead. She picked up on the second ring the way she always does. And before I could say anything, she asked me if I had eaten today. I laughed and I told her yes. And then I told her I loved her. Because some things, no matter how old you get, you should never stop saying out loud.